Hi, I'm back. So I let the Unwrinkle peel pads stay on my face for about 3 minutes, and then I rinsed with the cool rinse like it said to. And the stinging, and it wasn't even really stinging necessarily, but I just felt like I could feel something working. It subsided super fast. It didn't last at all. It wasn't a full 3 minutes of like any sort of tingling or anything. Rinsed. And so now I'm going to apply the Unwrinkle Turbo Face Serum. So it says you can apply this to your face anytime, like as much as 6 times a day. I don't know that I need to put anything on my face 6 times a day. We're gonna start with once at night and then kind of see if I'm feeling any sort of or seeing any sort of results, and then maybe increase to underneath my makeup for during the day. So it comes sealed with this little, oh, it just pops right off. And so this targets the appearance of the 6 most stubborn deep wrinkles and facial expression lines. So I guess you're talking about these, like those guys right there, which don't ever do Botox there because these muscles are super strong and it's a waste of your money, and Botox doesn't stop that. And these, Botox will stop those. And those right there. And these, which you can get filler in also to kind of just roll those out if you start getting some marionette lines there. I'm mostly concerned with, again, this lighting's horrible, but like the fine, I'm okay with that when I'm making a facial expression. It's more the fine lines that I can see throughout the day when my makeup has set in, and maybe a little perspiration from throughout the day. So like my 5 o'clock makeup, I feel like I look like an old lady. It's just there's lines everywhere. And then of course I, draw in my eyebrows. So sometimes my eyebrows bleed down a little bit. So I'm having to go in and kind of clean that up. That's really what I'm hoping this will help to kind of like smooth out those areas. So we'll see. So I'm gonna do just, here's one pump. Let's see how far this gets us here. Okay. I feel like there's a pretty good amount of product on my face. Let's do another pump for this side. And it feels very like silky. I don't think I have to massage this in. I think it'll just kind of absorb. Okay, so 2 pumps has like most of my face covered, not my forehead though. Okay, and let's do not quite a full pump and see if I can. I'm trying to use this like super sparingly because again, like there definitely wasn't as much product as I expected. I knew I wasn't gonna get full-size product, but like this little wrinkle night cream, like that's like, I should have just asked for 2 samples. I probably would have got the same amount. Okay. So smoothing that. Feels good. It's getting a little kind of like tacky. I can feel a little bit of stickiness. So I've never used a serum before, so I'm not sure what it's supposed to feel like. So I'll just kind of let that sort of dry a bit and sink in. And while we're waiting for that, let's just find out what this line smoothing toning lotion is for, because I thought that it was more of like a daytime use, but I could be wrong. It says, okay, it's basically all this. Okay, use twice daily on cleansed skin with a saturated cotton pad. Okay, So smoothing toning lotion doesn't mean hydrator. So I thought that that's what it was, which I probably was one of the reasons why I thought this was such a great value, because I thought I was getting like a daytime moisturizer and a night cream. Not the case. It sounds like this is more like a oh geez, what is that called? Like a toner. I mean, it says toning lotion, but I thought when they say lotion, it's like moisturizer. Okay, so I'll have to use my regular daytime moisturizer until I can go back and actually get a moisturizer for daytime for underneath my makeup, because I'm not going to use the nighttime cream underneath my makeup. Okay, so it's been about a minute or so. It's still feeling very like sticky. So I'm guessing that's just the way it feels. It doesn't feel bad, but I do feel super hydrated, so that's good. So now let's apply some Unwrinkle Night very sparingly. It doesn't smell like anything. None of this stuff really smells like anything. The mask did. That smelled really good and clean and fresh, but this stuff doesn't smell like anything. So okay, so I'm surprised at the texture here, because I don't know if you guys can see that. It looks very like soft, but it's quite firm actually. So I'm just like, I have to kind of like scoop it out because it didn't just like adhere to my finger. So I'm going to use about this much. See if I can stretch that around most of my face down here. Oh yeah, it spreads pretty good. I don't think I'm going to be able to get quite, well, no, I need a little bit more. We'll use about that much this time. It feels good. It's nice and like silky. My skin feels like super soft. And then I was kind of in between the two portions I just pulled out. It's just about, I don't know if you can see, not very much. That. And I'm trying not to use like two hands so that I don't have to like waste any product on these fingers. So I'm really trying to like use this as sparingly as possible. So this feels really good. It feels very hydrating, very silky and smooth. And then lastly, now this didn't come in the kit, but I have been using this. It's the Peter Thomas Roth Neuro Liquid Volufill Youth Eye Serum. I'm not super impressed with this. When I bought it, there was a rep from the line that was at the counter, or whatever counter, space at Sephora. And she swore, she says, oh my gosh, if you don't see dramatic improvement underneath your eyes in 2 weeks, like bring it back to me. Well, it's been 2 weeks, I'm not gonna take it back. It's okay. Underneath the skin underneath my eyes, I wear a lot of makeup, and I'll show you some like pictures of what I normally look like versus this. So I use a lot of makeup. I do a lot of contouring on my face. I use quite a bit of concealer. So I like that look anyway. I'm going to use it regardless. So the dark circles under my eyes, not so concerned with that right now. For me, it's more about hydration so that my makeup does not get like creases and kind of work its way in there throughout the day. This doesn't really do that. It's a serum, so it's a lot thinner. So it doesn't like really feel like lubricated or like moisturized throughout the day. And I find that kind of the opposite by the end of the day. I'm feeling and looking very dry underneath my eyes. So I don't know. I'm going to use it till it's gone, but maybe I actually did get some samples today of another eye cream, actually two different, another line as well from Fresh. I have a couple of samples there, so I'll do a little review on that another time once I've had an opportunity to actually try it underneath my makeup and wear it throughout the day. So I'm just using just a little bit, you know, what you would normally use for an eye cream, and I'm just gonna tap it underneath my eyes here. And it does feel good, like when it first goes on, like it's very emollient. And my makeup, it doesn't like, I will say this, it doesn't separate my concealer, because I use like two different colors of concealers, and then I do a powder, and then I do like a little highlight dust underneath sometimes. So it doesn't separate any of that, and it doesn't ball up my makeup, so that's good. It just doesn't keep it like super hydrated. I'm gonna do a little bit more on my eyelids, just because they're feeling a little dry today too. I'm just gonna tap that in. Okay, so that's it for tonight. I will be back to let you guys know how I wake up feeling. I'm hoping that this redness here has subsided and I gained some hydration in the corners of my mouth there. So I will let you know tomorrow.